Hey YouTube, it's Sean. Happy flying season 2026. It has begun. I've been out a couple of times this year so far, and maybe you guys have as well. Maybe not. Maybe this is the weekend that you guys get started too. So the weather is definitely changing from winter to spring. It's coming around the mountain. So anyways, I just want to say hey and kind of give you an update on a couple of projects I'm doing, and I'm going to point out the Twisted Hobby Extra NG. This Twisted Hobby Extra NG. My second one. I built one. I put some lights on it, which was really cool to fly at night. But the weight kind of took out the whole point of this plane being able to do really cool stuff really easily after I weighted it down. So I'm building another one, and I wanted to show something just in case you're building one and you're confused like I got confused on where to put these wings when you're mounting them to the fuselage. The directions don't say. Twisted Hobbies build video doesn't show, and the directions say to do it one way, and then let me just show you. It can go either way. So anyways, let me show you these old wings here. Hey, if you get anything out of my videos, hit the like button, leave a comment, share it with your friends. Make sure you're still subscribed. I tried to give this plane away right here. A couple weeks ago. I said if I can get 100 likes, we'll do a drawing. And got like 10, but the video got, a couple thousand views. So if you get anything out of my videos, scratch my back and hit the old like button. Comment, share, make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you haven't. That's the way the algorithm works, is the more interaction with my videos, then the algorithm sees that people like it and my stuff is useful, and then they'll put my videos in front of other people so that we can help as many as we can. We need everybody to get into RC airplanes and learn how to use Safe Select and understand their spectrum transmitters, and the more the merrier. Okay, hey, on with the show. Twisted Hobby Extra NG. My favorite type plane isn't Extra. The Extra 300 is my all-time favorite, still is my favorite. I have a brand new Extra 300. It's actually the Barbie 300 that I'm flying and I prefer over the Extra 330. So we have an Extra NG. This is my second one. Let me show you these wings. Where you glue the wings to the fuselage, they can go this way or that way. There really doesn't tell you specifically how to do it in the manual or their build video. It can go either way, but one way is a little easier than the other. All right, so here is the wings on the Extra NG. So they get glued to the fuselage, and the thickness of the wings are different than the thickness of the fuselage. Fuselage is about, they yay thick, probably a ½ inch, and the wing is probably like 3/8 of an inch. And during their build video, during the instructions, it has you lay the fuselage flat on a table and lay the wings flat on a table with some partridge paper down or something. It has you lay it down flat on a table like that and then push them together and glue them. That's how they want you to do it in the instructions, just like I did it. But the issue is this wing spar right here that goes from wingtip to wingtip and across the center of the fuselage. You see the black line right there? When you're tucking it in the pre-slotted groove, the wing spar pushes down into the wing where it's flush, right? All that slit is already there. When you get to the fuselage, the slit in the fuselage is not deep enough to continue the flushness transitioning all the way across. You can see that right here, that it's flush, 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 and it gradually starts going up to get to the fuselage, across the top of the fuselage, and then it gradually starts going back down to flush again. So the first one I did, I laid it down and I said, well, that's not right. And I would have to cut a slit deeper in the fuselage to get the spar to lay all the way down. But the deepness of the, the extra cut you'd have to make, it would poke out the bottom. You would be chopping the fuselage in half. You'd be cutting the nose off of it. And it doesn't say in the instructions that it is going to gradually go up, once the fuselage, and then it's gradually going to go back down. It doesn't say that. So the way I did my other one identical to this that has the lights on it, I glued the wings and the fuselage together with the wings being flush all the way. So I flipped the fuselage down on a table like this and then glued the wings to the fuselage so the wings would be sitting down in this configuration on my other one. Let me show you. All right, so this one right here on the right is the one that I've been flying, and this one I glue the wings to the fuselage in the way that I was just describing. So in this configuration, wing, and then it steps up, the fuselage is sitting a little higher, and then it goes back down to the wing. And doing it that way, your wing spar is flush throughout the entire plane. You can see right here, it's still flush. Still flush. So you can do it either way. That's your prerogative, however you want to do it. There's enough length in all these little braces and stuff to do it either way you want to do it. It's going to be completely up to you, but the directions don't say which way to do it, and they may have written those directions on purpose that way just for us to figure out, but it set me back a couple hours because I'm kind of a perfectionist. I'm sitting back pondering what to do, and then I'm measuring the slit I was gonna have to cut and stuff. It took some time, that I'm watching their video over and over and over, and finally this one right here that I'm holding, I just did it how I wanted to do it, so the spar would be flush. And then the newest one, I really didn't even think about it. I just was following the directions, and I set it down on the wax paper and glued it. And then I realized, ooh, this one's done differently now. So, anyways, it's okay. I mean, nothing's hurt by it, but it's just your prerogative. I tell you what, these things sure are fun. They take a beating. I've had a mid-air collision and nearly chopped the entire back of it off, and a little bit of glue. Back in business. That once had landing gear. Those got ripped off on probably the first or second flight. A Cascadia Freightliner, took that chunk out. They're pretty tough, guys. Pretty tough. These are, they call them tape lights, and you can get them anywhere. You can cut them to length. And then I learned how to solder some smallest wires I could find, and this entire thing lights up so bright, AR630, took the case off of it to lighten the load a little bit. It's got an Avian 15 amp smart ESC. All right, fun fact, you ready? Fun fact. My mid-air collision that I got into in the other one was by an erratics. The E-Flite erratics is the same size. Almost everything about this is identical to the erratics, except this has a servo for each wing, for each alien. And on the erratics, it has one servo to control the aliens. Other than that, this thing is identical. The wing configuration, the length of the body, these little things, all it is the same as the erratics. Probably about the same price once you get your electronics on it, and a PMP version maybe. But The erratics is made more out of a, I guess a lighter duty foam maybe. When we had the mid-air collision, the damage to the erratics was much more than the damage to this one. I've got to glue the rudder onto it, and there's a couple of little things, finish the landing gear, and then the electronics. Let's see what the wingspan is. I think it's 32 inches. About 34. About 34. This whole thing comes in a box. Well, I'll show you. I'll show you the box. This whole plane comes in this box, which is 1.5 inches thick by 9 inches wide and 30 inches long. The entire plane comes in that size box. Here's the rudder I got to put on. I was experimenting with some what do they call stuff? Oh, some vinyl, big vinyl tape to make a hinge instead of just the pinched hinge. I actually did that last night. I glued on that little square right there. And I was gonna see how that operated before I glue on the rudder. And then the landing gear, all the little knickknacks, and then the manual. If you actually want to have the paper to hold, you need to print it out. If not, everything's online. I can tell you what, this Twisted Hobbies, they have a good website. Any plane, the manual is right there. Motors, I mean, anything that you want to look up, it's really easy and really quick. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, I just want to say, hey, also, if you get anything out of my videos, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, leave a comment, subscribe, make sure you're still subscribed. It goes a long ways. I would really appreciate it if you get anything out of my videos. And we're not asking for donations. We're not selling t-shirts. You know, just give me a thumbs up. And we'll still do the 100 likes, and we'll give the T28 away. That'd be cool if in 2 days from now I check and we're over the 100 like mark. We could give the plane away this Sunday. So, hey, happy flying. I really appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And until next time, you'll see something here. This thing knife edges like no other.